Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we are tackling a massive, kind of mind-blowing shift in how we look at our health. We are moving way beyond just basic day-to-day survival, and we're stepping right into the realm of optimal cellular performance. Look, if you're anywhere between the ages of 30 and 70, your body is literally waiting for an upgrade. So we're going to walk through a really comprehensive, step-by-step 60-day guide designed to completely rebuild your nutritional foundation, clear out old cellular debris, and elevate your physical and cognitive longevity to a level you honestly might not have thought possible. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our chronological roadmap for the next 60 days. 1. Building your longevity foundation. 2. Days 1 through 15 are cellular reset. 3. Days 16 to 30, autophagy and recovery. 4. Days 31 to 45, the gut-brain connection. 5. Days 46 to 60, peak resilience. And finally 6, our recovery and lifestyle checklist. All right, part 1, building your longevity foundation. This is all about setting that crucial baseline for optimal health. Now, before we look at day 1, the absolute core of this entire protocol lies in your mitochondrial health. Think of your mitochondria as the microscopic power plants running everything inside your cells. As we age, especially in that 30 to 70 bracket, these power plants get bogged down with cellular waste. It's like running a car on dirty oil. By focusing our diet on clearing out that debris and boosting compounds like NAD+, we are essentially upgrading the body's entire energy grid. This is exactly what drives that deep physical endurance and sharp cognitive clarity we're all after. But to fuel those power plants properly, the quality of our building blocks is strictly non-negotiable. If you take away just one simple rule for sourcing your groceries, let it be this. Always, always aim for grass-fed, pasture-raised, or wild-caught proteins. For your fats, prioritize cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil and wild-caught omega-3s. We also want to severely limit our exposure to indoor pollutants and highly processed foods. Your new daily mantra is simple. Quality ingredients build resilient cells. Moving right along to section 2, days 1 to 15, our cellular reset. We're calling weeks 1 and 2 mitochondrial priming. Here is a highly representative, precise daily schedule for the first 15 days, so you get a clear, repeatable pattern. Your morning kicks off with a Cell Awakening AM Elixir. It's a bright, revitalizing mix of 12 ounces of water, a quarter teaspoon of Baja sea salt, half a fresh lime, a teaspoon of grated ginger, and 3 grams of pure glycine. Then, breakfast is a robust, marine-sourced scramble. We're talking pasture-raised eggs, crisp napales, and rich avocado. Lunch brings in wild sardines and sea greens in a beautifully structured macro bowl. And you finish the day with a deeply nourishing collagen-rich stew made from grass-fed beef and bone broth, snacking on a bit of dark chocolate and nuts. So the crucial point is that we never, ever consume a meal without a functional biological purpose. The glycine and salt in your morning elixir are precisely there to awaken your cells and support detoxification, while that evening bone broth delivers the collagen your body desperately needs for overnight joint repair. And those high polyphenol fats we've introduced, like the extra virgin olive oil and grass-fed butter, they serve a very specific task. They actively support the production of butyrate, which is a short-chain fatty acid that heals your gut lining. Okay, section 3, days 16 to 30. Autophagy and recovery. We call weeks 3 and 4 the Zen alchemist. Phase 2 is where things get really interesting, and our mornings change drastically. We introduce the autophagy accelerator elixir. Yes, that means you're blending a tablespoon of MCT oil and grass-fed butter directly into your black coffee or green tea until it's nice and frothy. Midday shifts to fasting mimetic liquids like hot bone broth with collagen paired with a bright, raw wild white fish ceviche. In the evenings, we bring in highly nutrient-dense organ meats like pastured chicken liver pate, and we close out the night with a calming chamomile tea infused with pure glycine powder. Why the big shift? Well, that MCT oil and butter in the morning elixir provide immediate surging brain energy. But because there are no carbohydrates or proteins, your body actually remains in a fasting, cell-clearing state. This is an incredible process known as autophagy, where your body literally hunts down and flushes out old, senescent zombie cells. Meanwhile, the seafood and ceviches are packed with marine phospholipids. Those are the exact structural fats your brain and eyes need to rebuild. And that heavy dose of evening collagen and glycine, it deeply supports tissue repair and preps your nervous system for profoundly restorative sleep. Moving to section 4, days 31 to 45, the gut-brain connection. Weeks 5 and 6 are all about building the microbiome bridge. This phase introduces some absolutely incredible, colorful flavors, though I'll warn you, the morning starts with a bit of a kick. Your AM elixir is a prebiotic flush. Raw apple cider vinegar with the mother. Brace yourself for that one. But with a touch of cinnamon, raw honey, and sea salt, it's a fantastic wake-up call. Breakfast might be a vibrant fermented lox plate using cultured cashew cream cheese and fresh dill. Lunch is a dynamic, gut-supporting bowl featuring organic ground turkey, spinach, and raw fermented kimchi. And dinner is rich and satisfying, like a miso-glazed black cod served over steamed baby bok choy and shiitake mushrooms. And this brilliantly illustrates how food is essentially code for your body. That intense apple cider vinegar, it acts as a prebiotic flush to prep your liver and digestive tract for the day. By adding fermented foods like kimchi and organic miso, we're rapidly expanding the diversity of your gut microbiome for optimal digestion. Ingredients like shiitake mushrooms and cruciferous veggies introduce a mild healthy stress, called hormetic stress, that completely supports your body's natural detoxification. All of this works together to produce short-chain fatty acids, which directly fuel your brain and stabilize your mood. All right, Section 5, days 46 to 60, peak resilience. Weeks 7 and 8 focus on high-output energy production. This final stretch is all about rich, enduring satiety. You're going to blend ceremonial matcha with pure C8 MCT oil and fresh lemon juice for a potent morning spark. Midday meals combine pasture-raised eggs with wild yellowtail or flaked cod over a bed of crisp arugula. And you'll end the day forging serious strength with dinners like a grass-fed bison steak topped with actual roasted bone marrow butter and asparagus. For snacks, we're using high-endurance fuel, dry-roasted macadamia nuts, 85% dark chocolate, and clean beef jerky. The biological logic here is incredibly tight. That matcha and lemon combo upregulates what are known as your sirtuin longevity pathways through potent plant polyphenols. The dense marine lipids from the fish are absolutely essential for repairing the physical membranes of your mitochondria. The bone marrow and bison provide highly bioavailable iron and nutrient-dense proteins for high-output physical stamina. But here is the real secret to this final phase. This menu perfectly balances your omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, which is the ultimate key to keeping systemic inflammation at its absolute lowest. Finally, Section 6, our recovery and lifestyle checklist. We like to call this the lifestyle software. Look, diet is honestly only half the equation. Think of everything we've just covered in the kitchen as your hardware, and these holistic habits as your essential lifestyle software. A huge part of this is mastering your circadian sunshine cycle. Every single morning, aim to get 10 to 30 minutes of direct sunlight on your skin and in your eyes before 10 a.m. This firmly sets your biological sleep-wake clock. During the week, you want to accumulate about 150 minutes of Zone 2 cardio. That's steady-state movement where you can still comfortably hold a conversation. Plus, some daily time earthing outdoors. Then, right at sunset, spend 10 minutes viewing the evening light. This specific light actually signals your brain to start producing melatonin, guaranteeing you get restorative deep sleep overnight. To make absolutely sure you're staying on track throughout these 60 days, use this physical recovery checklist. Keep what we call a bake log, just a simple daily performance journal. This requires some real self-awareness. If you notice your memory or focus dipping, that's your cue to adjust your B-complex vitamins, or maybe up your omega-3 intake. In the evenings, taking 400 to 500 milligrams of a high-quality magnesium glycinate or malate will prevent cramping and massively improve your sleep. Don't forget 2 to 3 days of resistance training to maintain your bone density. And lastly, maintain your intellectual vitality. Try to get 45 minutes of active daily learning in and secure at least 3 deep social connections a week. You know, aging really doesn't have to mean slowing down. When you feed your mitochondria, optimize your gut, and align your lifestyle with your biology, you literally unlock a completely new level of physical and mental resilience. So the question I'll leave you with is, are you ready to shift from simple survival to optimal performance? I challenge you to start day 1 of this protocol tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching this explainer, and we'll see you next time.